What's up, guys? So for those of you who don't know, my name is Taylor and I'm going to be starting a YouTube channel. I wanted to start a YouTube channel for probably like a year-ish now. I think I've always wanted to start one, but I just never had the time, never had like the energy, creativity to do it. I really hope that I can keep up with this. Okay, had to get my water. I thought this first video I will be doing a Q&A because I just asked some questions on my Instagram story and people actually asked me some questions. So the first question I got asked is, how is college and do you love MSU? I love Missouri State. I think it is a great college. I think there are so many opportunities and so many different career paths, or I guess like major paths. I think there's so many different types of students here. I think everybody I've met here has just been super nice. So one thing about college that I like better than high school is that everybody is going through the same thing. They're all in college and everybody I think has a little bit more respect for one another, which I like a lot. So I would just say the community here. For the question about how is college is difficult. Right now I'm switching my major yet again, so that's something that like is unplanned. There's a lot of, it's hard to plan for things in college. I feel like it's very different. There's constantly things coming up, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. And if you're considering MSU to experience college at, I would definitely recommend it. I love it so much. If you have questions about it, like totally ask me questions because I love Missouri State. I got asked, what am I passionate about? I personally am just passionate about building relationships with other people, getting to know people, and spending time with my friends, spending time with family. People are just really important to me. I am also really passionate about serving the Lord. I'm passionate about glorifying God. So I'm very passionate about being involved in church. If somebody asked me what am I passionate about, and then someone else asked me what are your passions, which kind of the same thing, but I think passions are like things, and more like what are you passionate about is like more like concepts and ideas, I guess. I don't really know if that makes any sense, but my passions are definitely art. I enjoy painting, photography, drawing, creating cool stuff like this. Anything where like I just get to like be creative in it, it's definitely something I'm passionate about. I got asked what is my major. So right now I'm going through a major change. I was child and family development with an emphasis in child life, which I was pretty excited about but also kind of nervous about, and I didn't know much about the program. But this past week I really felt like, just like in my heart, I kind of was like, what if I was a teacher? I think teaching is so important and I love helping people. I love helping people learn. I love kids. I wouldn't want to do like above 3rd grade. So my new major, I just changed it today actually, but it's gonna be early childhood education. So I'm super excited about it, and hopefully by the time this video gets up that it's not changed. So then I got asked, what is the best book I've ever read? I'm gonna have to go with the Bible. Bible is the best book I've ever read. It's the best book that I will ever read, and I highly encourage reading it if you have never. Reading books is actually one of my New Year's resolutions this year. I've started Crazy Love by Frances Chan and I'm really excited about it. Also, I want to at some point this year read some fictional books because I haven't read a fictional book in like at least a couple of years, unless it's like a children's book or something, so I really want to do that. So then I got asked, what is my favorite smell? I'm gonna have to go with men's cologne, and I will tell you what I mean by that. Okay, this scent, Mahogany Teakwood from Bath & Body Works. Like you can tell how much I've used this candle. I absolutely love it. It smells like boys cologne on a hoodie. That's exactly what it smells like. Buy the candle, let me know what you think, but this bad boy. And then I would also say the smell of like cold, crisp air, like in the fall. It's a really good smell. Just like I don't know how to even describe it, but I think those are two top smells of all time. Another question I got asked is who would play you in a movie about your life? Honestly, I never understood these kind of questions because I'm like, I don't know. I'm not really like any actresses, I guess. But I love Mila Kunis and Margot Robbie. So I would say one of the two. I feel like Margot Robbie and Mila Kunis, they can almost play any role and they're like amazing at it. Not that the role of my life would be very hard to play, but I just think that either of them would do a great job. So I'm gonna go with them. I got asked, what makes you throw up? I have like a fear of throwing up. So like I will not throw up. Like I would rather feel ill and disgusting than throw up. Like I will, That being said, I have thrown up from being sick and like it just sucks. So I would just say like being sick makes me throw up. But on the flip side of that, I pass out. Like I faint very frequently. I faint when things are gross. I faint when I see blood. I faint when I have to go to the doctor's office sometimes. I faint when I get tests done. I faint when I didn't faint when I got my nose pierced, but I fainted when I got my belly button pierced. Almost fainted when I got my ears pierced. Fainted after I got my ears pierced. So like things like that. I faint a lot, just like when it comes to gross things. Like I have a really weak stomach, so for some reason, if I see something that's gross, if I see a lot of blood, checked out. So yeah. But I wrote on here, I was watching a crime like documentary thingy about this guy who killed his wife and children, and that made me want to throw up. Like just the way that he murdered his children, the fact he was able to murder his children, that made me throw up. Like anytime someone gets hurt and like it's like a really like disgusting and like evil way, that kind of stuff makes me sick to my stomach. I don't actually throw up. So another question I got asked is, how do I cope with depression and anxiety? I'm pretty open about it, but I have struggled with depression and anxiety for probably the past like 4-ish years of my life, I would say. And I'm planning on making a separate video about it sometime because mental health is something that I don't take very lightly. It's something that I think I know a lot about just from experiencing it myself, and like I'm curious to constantly learn about myself. So I've done a lot of research, and yeah, I just feel like having dealt with it for 4 years, I've learned a lot, and I think that would make for a really helpful video for some people. If you are struggling with depression and anxiety and you feel like you don't have someone to talk to, feel free to reach out to me. I can always help if you are looking for maybe some coping mechanisms, or if you're like, okay, like I don't even know where to start, what does it feel like, that kind of stuff. Feel free to reach out to me. I always recommend people see a counselor. That's something that I think everyone should do, whether you struggle with depression and anxiety or not. I think that that's something that's really important. So yeah, I would just say I will be making a separate video about that. I got asked what motivates me. I would say just like the motivation of like looking at your past and then looking at where you are now. I think that's really big motivation for me. Like I want to see where I'm at in the next year. I if that makes sense. I think being a part of a community here on campus is really motivating. I see what other people are doing and I'm like, wow, like I want to do that. I want to strive for that. So I think seeing what other people are doing motivates me a lot. And then definitely being involved in church, being involved in a church community that has the same interests and beliefs that I do, that motivates me a lot. Just going to church is a huge reset button for me. Yeah, I just think that that's like one of the biggest motivators, is going to church on Sunday and hearing a message and being like, wow, okay, that's something I need to change about my life. I'm gonna change it because I want what they have. Definitely church and community. I just got asked for a fun fact about me. So a fun fact about me is that I have this blue freckle right here, and it is not like cancerous or anything. It's totally okay. I've gotten it checked out by a dermatologist. Totally fine. I just have a blue freckle and not really quite sure why it's there, but yeah. So those are just some like things about me. I thought it would be really good for me to just sit down and answer some questions to just kind of like start off my YouTube channel. I'm also avoiding homework. I'm avoiding it. I don't want to do it. I have a lot of homework and I don't want to do it. Also, I got called off work, so I'm like, I want to do something fun for like at least like 20 minutes. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you absolutely hated it, give it a thumbs up anyway, because I don't have a good reason just giving it a thumbs up. And yeah, if you liked it, comment. Let me know what you liked about it. Let me know if you can relate to anything. Yeah. Also, let me know what kind of videos you want to see from me, because I don't really got a clue what people want to see from me. I'm just making this for fun. I'm gonna do my homework now, I guess. Probably. Hopefully. Bye. Love y'all. Peace out. And